Olá, eu sou Manu Karsten, sou veterinária e trabalho num projeto de educação ambiental numa escola em São Paulo chamada Arte Criança. Uma escola que está dentro de uma cidade extremamente urbanizada no nosso país, que é o Brasil. A gente trabalha aqui com crianças de 0 a 6 anos e a gente tenta trazer um pouco da conscientização ambiental, trazendo vivências ligadas ao meio ambiente. A gente montou uma floresta cenográfica e no dia a dia das crianças, elas têm muito contato com vários elementos naturais, elementos cenográficos e vivências para que elas se aprofundem na preservação do meio ambiente.
My teaching mission is to connect children with nature. Through knowledge and inciting students' curiosity, I intend to show how much preserving bees is important to the environment. With the loss of their natural habitat and the indiscriminate use of insecticide and pesticides, the number of bees in the world has been decreasing significantly. Knowing that insects are responsible for pollinating approximately 60% of all food we eat, we need a deep awareness. And what is better than starting with the children? So I started the activity showing them a table with many items, food and artificial bee model. Then I asked a question: what do these foods have to do with the bee? After some answers, we watched a video to show images of pollination. And then I went back to the question.
Mas o mais importante que ela faz não é o mel. O mais importante que ela faz é que quando ela vai visitar uma flor e vai em outra, ela faz com que tudo isso possa chegar às nossas mesas.
How about now, kids? What do these bees have to do with all these foods? And I wonder how they achieve such a feat of feeding the world. At that moment, children became very curious. I showed them now a National Geographic video. How do bees get their jobs? Kids, this is how the bees achieve such a feat. Even so, they are so tiny. When they get together in a very well-organized superbody, they communicate and collaborate. And here we have a lot to learn from them, teamwork. The children became very excited with the bee society, and many questions arose. How many flowers do they visit per day? How many bees live in a hive? And the interest increased. It was time to put all learning in practice. I suggested that they perform the bee's important role. What if you were a bee? How would you choose your flower? How would you pollinate? At that point, we handed out bees that I handmade so that the children could place them in their fingers to finally pollinate. They were very excited, feeling responsible and engaged. At that moment, they entered a scenographic forest that is part of an environmental educational project that we have implemented in the school. There, they found many flowers that they could choose from in order to pollinate. When we left, the children wanted more. They were fascinated by the bees. They were learning so much from the activity. So that they could learn more about the society, we called a beekeeper who brought an instructive bee box to show how bees work. The concepts of collaboration and communication were very explored. And the group even decided to suggest an activity of mutual collaboration. The last stage follows with the children empowered and feeling responsible for the future of the bees. They even ask, how can we help solve the problem of bees decrease? How can we be agents of preservation and multipliers of homes for lonely bees? I showed them a Net Geo material of how to make an insect hotel, and we started to make it from natural elements.
And I'm sure these kids understood that bees are important not only locally, but globally. Bees have leading roles in the natural history of our planet, and despite so many changes and technological advances, we still deeply need these magnificent insects.